The girls are cutting up. They want revenge and they want it now.
Bad little flex, she wanna know me. I stay low key, all gas, no brakes, baby. Let them hoes sleep. Body on 10, make your girl OD.
Hello, guys. Welcome to As Your Big Sister with your host, me, Asia, my queen. That is me. That is she. I am where I want to be. How are you guys doing today? Good? Good. You want to ask me how I'm doing? No? I'm going to tell you anyways. I'm doing amazing. I feel like I'm on my fucking Zoom, bitch. Oh my God. See, I couldn't make it one minute without cussing. Oh my God. I am on my Zoom. I'm getting my shit together, baby. I'm getting my shit together. I feel so motivated and ready to tackle my goals. And I feel like it's in a different way. Like it's so much healthier. Like I'm trying to prove something to myself. Like there's no one that I'm trying to, let me, no one. Every time I get into a space where I'm like, nah, you can't. I'm like, no. We're going to figure out how you can. We are going to get it together. There's no excuses. Like, I feel like I have no more excuses to slack off or not be on my shit. And she's showing the fuck up. Period. So that's where I'm at right now, today. God willing, I'll be there tomorrow. Or the next 30 minutes, bitch. Because you know, like that hit of dopamine where you're like, oh my God, task. I could pick everything up. Oh my God, I could mop the floor. Oh my God, I could reach my goals. And then 20 minutes later, you're like, why am I so ugly? Like, so do not expect consistency out of me, baby. Inconsistent gal. But today, we only got one topic, okay? Because this got so many layers. I got so many things to say. You know, I love to doom, bump my gums. You know how I do. Have you guys been seeing the TikTok drama that's been going on? The girls are cutting up. They want revenge and they want it now. Like, people are angry, okay? If you haven't been catching up, a creator on TikTok named Winnie Parker, she went on. She started her video like this.
I'm going to say something controversial, and I don't care because I've been thinking about it a lot.
When people start their video off like that, I'm like, oh God, it's not going to be, like I'm just going to hear the same shit that I've heard so many times. And she goes on and says that
it is better to have a following over a black following. Before I go any further, this does not mean that I do not appreciate the people that support me and love me, okay? That's not what this means. But it is very obvious that black people do not really support black creators. And we wonder why we don't get these huge creators the way that we get these huge creators. And then we complain about it. But we're not supporting each other. And the black creators that do have millions of followers, have a huge fan base, usually have a mixed following. For example, Jackie Aina. Believe it or not, Jackie Aina has a large community following. Monet, a large following. Fanita, a large following. Quinlan Blackwell. I don't know if you guys remember this, but a couple of years ago, she was roasted by the black community because she was so involved in the white community. But what's funny is it's the people and the community that are getting them millions and millions of followers that are boosting their careers.
What bothers me sometimes about what people say when there's mix of truth and just not truth, okay? So, for instance, to have an audience like, let's say Drake, for instance, he's a perfect example. Drake has an audience of people who don't even know how to speak English, okay? They have no idea what the hell he's saying ever. But he also has an audience that only know how to speak English. Like, it's just, everyone loves Drake. From across the world, we love him down. So to be on those levels, of course you need those people because those people get you on those levels. You get what I'm saying? So it just doesn't make any sense to like make that point of you need to have a mixture of people to be big, because it's like there are more than one race. So of course you're going to have a mixture of people if you're super big, right? If you have the millions of subscribers and followers like Jackie Aina, Monet McMichael, Fanita, you know, I didn't understand. Like, I was like, duh, you know, like, I'm like, okay, yeah, duh. But the part that got people really upset was the having the white audience was better than having the black audience because black people do not support each other. Where do I go? So I understand having that feeling when you're not from somewhere where it's mostly black people. I say this every fucking episode. I'm from that 602, baby. Phoenix, Arizona. I'm from Phoenix, okay? Growing up, there wasn't a lot of black people. I say this every episode too. And the reason why I say this every episode is because it really does shape the way you see life when you're not around the people you look like. You know, like when you're going to school with people that have no idea why your hair looks a certain way, have no idea why you're dark, have no idea why your lips, your nose is a certain way, it shapes you and it scars you for the rest of your fucking life, bitch. Like, let's just be real. So I don't know where Whitney is from. Okay. So I'm just speaking from my perspective. But so when you're not around the people that you look like, and maybe there's a sprinkle of them, you've never really seen black on black support, you know, because there's 4 of us. So, and you would think, well, why don't the 4 of you support each other? Wouldn't that be great? It's not necessarily like that, because then you are pit against each other. Because we, you know, racism and all those things. So there could only be one of you guys. One of you guys that makes the team. One of you guys that's able to be successful here, successful there. I told you guys this story. I made a dance team that I shouldn't have made because, and guys, this is in my brain, but I know I'm right. Okay. So it was me and these 2 girls, right? The 2 girls were sisters. I feel like the coach was like, okay, if one of the sisters makes it, I'm going to have the other sister make it. So let me just have neither one of them make it and just put Asia on the team. Because I cannot have 2 black girls. I could only have 1. Token Negro. There could only be 1. Okay. So when you grow up like that, you don't really get to see black people enjoying each other because we're constantly in competition because we know there could only be 1. And like I said, I don't know where she's from, but she could be from somewhere where there wasn't a lot of black people. She was one of not too many. It's possible. I don't know. This is just coming from my perspective. where I think someone would have that idea that Black people don't support each other. But I no longer feel that way because I think social media, I hate to put it on social media, but however we fucking get there, we're going to get there. But social media opened my mind up to so many different types of Black people. Because I just grew up kind of like a hermit, didn't really know too many people. So getting online and seeing different types of Black people and what we do and stuff, it really educated me on what is out there. That's embarrassing. That's so fucking embarrassing. Okay, so, and another reason why I could understand her perspective is because if you go through my posts on Instagram, any hate comments that you see, which I don't get too many, it's from Black people. So you could think, oh, Black people don't like me. Or maybe you could think, I am only being pushed to a Black audience on social media. Like, that's just how the algorithm goes. They only put me in front of Black eyes. So if I were to get hate, that's where it would come from. Not because Black people hate me. Does that make sense? So do I think she's wrong for what she said? No, I just think she needs to open her eyes a little bit more. Because I used to think Black men didn't like Black women. But it's only because all the Black men in my family chose to be with white women. And then I just opened my eyes more and I was like, oh, Black men do date Black women. Black men do like me. Oh, okay. It was just my environment that I was around that showed me this. Sometimes we just need just to open our eyes just a little more. But I think I'm a very easy supporter. It doesn't take a lot for me to really fuck with you. I also understand people make mistakes, say stupid stuff, but I also don't think things are necessarily stupid. I think that's where people's perspectives are at because that's how they grew up and that's what they see when they go outside. So is she wrong, or is this just the world she's living in? And just not the world that I'm living in and not the world that maybe y'all are living in. And then I thought about Black women, we are so tired of being overlooked as consumers when we're the ones that support people the most. Black women show up for everybody and just get overlooked. And we feel unappreciated. Like, we go to the nail salon. We're willing to pay all the money, give a fat ass tip, and y'all just want to play with our time. We show up to get our hair done, bullshitting around with our time there. It's just like we spend the most money and we get treated the worst. And I'm cool with that because I don't want to tip nobody that don't want to treat me nicely. But that still doesn't take away how exhausting this is. How we're just like, oh, I cannot. I'm always having to vet these people. I'm always have to come in with my guard up because I don't know how you're finna treat me. So I think that's where people are also really frustrated. It's like, we're just tired of being treated like chopped liver. And like I said, and we're the ones that spend the most money. We're the ones that spend the most money on the merch. We're the ones that buy the concert tickets. We're the ones that are showing up to get our nails done, our hair done every 2 weeks, our toes done. We spend the money. We are commenting on the videos because I used to follow Winnie and all her comments were Black women. Majority of her comments were Black women showing up. And I'm like, damn, girl, like, I get it. I get it. I get where you at. But just open your eyes for a second. Because sometimes we do act ungrateful. Like, there's times that I act that way too. Where I'm like, man, I want more listeners. I want more people to show up. But it's like, what about the people that are here? So if I get on this motherfucker and I'm like, oh, this kind of sucks. I have nobody. Nobody's here. Okay. These 100 people, these 80 people who are listening or watching or or liking or wherever you're at, you're just, oh, I just want more. Turning your back on people who are literally showing up, because I look at time as so fucking valuable. And the fact that you're sitting here giving that shit to me, giving me something that you can't get back. And let's be real, like, we don't have time to waste time like that. So the fact that I'm sitting here watching your fucking video, the fact that I'm sitting here listening to you talk, and you just gonna tell me, you know, and I'm not talking bad about Whitney. I never want to do that. Like, that's not how I fucking get down. I just get so frustrated with us as people, where we cannot appreciate the people who are showing up for us. We act like fucking brats sometimes. I'm like, damn, like sometimes we get in our bratty bag and we forget to have gratitude for the people that are showing up every fucking day for us, commenting on our videos, liking our shit, listening to our music, listening to our podcasts, buying our merch, doing what the hell? Who do you think you are that people are entitled to like your shit, listen to your shit, show up for your shit? Who do you think you are for real? And I'm not talking to Whitney. Again, I'm not, because I will never, ever in a million years talk down to a Black woman in that way. I'm just saying us in general as just people. I have to repeat that, because this is not that dogpiling shit, which I want to talk about too. I'm so tired of mean-spirited people dressing up like social justice warriors. I'm so fucking tired of it. You're not here to save the world, okay? You just want to look like it. That's why I fuck with the villains who are like, I'm a villain, okay? Like, I'm a fucking bitch. I don't even care. I'm just a bitch. Like, okay? I fuck with y'all. Because you're not trying to play mind games and make me think that you're a good person. You're here to save the world and you just want to be evil. You're just like, I'm evil. But then there are people who will literally pose as people who are angry at a cause to save humanity. But they're really just trying to get their shit off and be bullies too. What is that, a wolf in sheep's clothing? Like, how I found out about the Whitney Parker situation is a post on Twitter. And when a video from TikTok goes on Twitter, I'm like, oh my God. Oh, damn. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's like my biggest fear. I'm like, leave me off of Twitter. Leave me the fuck off of Twitter. Golly. Because the people on Twitter, like, that is literally hell on wheels. Electronic hell. Like, it's terrible. So when I saw the video, before I even pressed play, I was like, oh no. Okay. So the girl was like, this is why she's so mean-spirited. And post a video of Whitney talking about the fact that she was still living with her parents and she is a mother and doesn't like being a mother, loves her kid, but doesn't like being a mother. And I'm like, one, the video was from so long ago. So homegirl had to scroll. And like, when I tell you scroll, because I follow Whitney. So I knew when she moved into her new place. So I was like, this is so old. So like, you were just so angry and so infuriated that you scrolled for God knows how long to get that video. and people are attacking her looks. So you're upset because she said a white audience is better than a black audience. So upset that you have to talk down on her looks, talk down on her living situation. I'm like, I understand critiquing what she said, but to me, it's like, don't try to be a warrior of righteousness and then do the same thing. You know what I mean? Like, it makes no sense. There are circumstances where I do believe you got to fight fire with fire. Don't get it twisted, okay? I do believe that some people need to get knocked the fuck out, okay? But a TikTok video where you have to like, I don't know. I just don't fuck with that. I don't. I think a lot of people on social media do hide behind that justice. Give me justice. But they really are just mean people. I'm like, okay, you're just a piece of shit. But like the fact that you're fighting for the rights of black people because that's what you say, then it just sounds better. No, you're a bully just like them. You're an egotistical prick just like them. The people you're trying to defend us from. I don't know. I just don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like bullying. I don't like dogpiling. I don't like none of that shit. Don't like it. I understand. Get your shit off and, be like, I understand people saying how they feel about it, but some people look so whack too, because it's like you could tell they're creators and they want their time to shine. So they're like, oh, let me hop on this controversy. So hopefully this video goes viral and maybe I could be an influencer. I'm like, bro, that is so... I don't know. That is so whack to me, because if you have to wait for somebody to fall off for you to get on, you just weren't good in the first place. Like, you just weren't good. I hate to say it. You shouldn't have to do that if your shit was good, if your videos were good, or if your content was good. Like, and again, this is not a defense of anybody, to be honest. I just think that sometimes we have to like listen to each other and see what we're saying. I think a lot of us hide behind caring about things just for attention. Oh God. Okay. Here I go. Here I fucking go. Here I go. Cause I really don't think people gave a fuck about what she said for real. I don't. I really don't. And that's just my brain. I never think people care about the things that they say they do on social media. I don't. They really don't give a damn. They're just bored, don't got a job, and want to bully somebody. Because I'm like, okay, what she said was annoying. Yeah. Do I understand her perspective? Yeah, because I've been there. But was it annoying? Okay. But all this extra shit, I'm like, okay. We've all seen 15 stitches of people reacting to her videos. Why are you the 18th one? Why do you like, everybody just wants to, it's so loud. I'm like, Jesus. And here I am, a whole episode talking about it. But I feel like I like to be in the place of a spectator. See how everyone reacts to what everyone's saying and doing. And trying to understand why someone has a perspective that they have. I like to be the one that's like from the outside. Because I think everyone's ridiculous. Including myself. I think everyone's fake as fuck. Including myself. Because then people were like, oh, she's mad because her Macy's ad didn't perform the way she wanted it to. And I was like, oh, okay. Then I looked and I was like, oh, she did have a Macy's ad. I'm like, oh yeah, see? Because if motherfuckers were just liking, the shit went viral and stuff like that, she wouldn't have had that take. I'm like, okay. So this came out of emotion. Like some of us, a lot of us, all of us sometimes get into, where we take one thing that happened and we're like, oh, this sets the precedent of my entire life. We make up this whole conclusion on the way life is because of that one scenario. We have all been a victim of that. So all I got to say is, everyone, be nice to each other. You know, be nice. And those of you who like to hide behind helping people, being fucking Robin Hood, but you're really a bully, it's whack. Sign up for therapy. Get some help. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to tell everybody that I'm beautiful, smart, kind, and sexy. This is As Your Big Sister. I'm Asia, my queen. Bye-bye.